Good evening and welcome back to the Pipe and Tobacco Talk podcast. It's episode 50. And Tim, you know what time it is.
It's time for the warning. Be warned that this podcast will expose the listener to offensive, insensitive, off-putting, and otherwise socially unacceptable content known to the state of California to cause cancer. To avoid injury, the sponsors of this podcast suggest you grow a pair.
That away, Tim.
Oh.
Thank you for MBSDPipes.com for sponsoring our podcast. As always, they jumped on the bandwagon early and often. And as a huge plus tonight, we have Sarah from MBSD Pipes on with us. Welcome back, Sarah. You are so far our highest rated guest, most views, and we're just dying to have you back on. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate y'all.
Excellent. So, Tim, it's not quite the weekend we planned to record, and this time it wasn't my fault. Kind of excited about that.
Yeah, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We've been busy over here.
Yeah, it's the holiday season, Tim. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're not sure what caused him, but you sure wish you could fix it.
Actually, now, being a grandparent is great fun.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the best job going. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorite things to do is give them all the sugar they could possibly stand and then turn them loose back to their parents. Here you go.
Right.
Grandpa did hook you up.
You're one of those. Yep. No, you would be. Oh, that's
Stir them up.
Yep. Sugar them up and send them home. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That'll teach you to leave your kids with me.
See, I've been smart. I do the preemptive strike. I sugar them up and then I send them over to Grammy and Papa's. That's what I do. Yeah.
All right.
They're
well,
like,
see,
oh, we can't give them any more of this. Either it's yucking and going everywhere or it's going to be even worse for them. So they're avoiding sugar at all costs.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, there you go. So, Tim, I have traveled again for the last couple of weeks. I got to go to exciting places like Jacksonville, which is fairly close. That was nice to get to do a show there. Got to go to Orlando, got to go to Tampa. And then this past week, I was in Atlanta and Columbia, South Carolina, and Charleston. So I didn't have any time to do anything fun, though. It was just go to class and drive to the next one. So
Right.
Bummer.
Yeah. Well, you were in Mitchell and Sarah's neck of the woods then.
I was.
Atlanta.
Yep. I flew in Monday night, had to do a show Tuesday, and then Tuesday after the show, drove to Columbia, South Carolina. So that was kind of my week.
It's interesting that you refer to them as shows.
Well, yeah. It's training classes, but I'm not trying to give too much away about what I do for a living. But I teach HVAC stuff. So there you go.
Yeah.
You know.
But it's shtick.
Well,
right?
I start every episode, every single class I do, there are two things you're never going to hear me say. I have all the answers and well-run government program. And then we just go from there.
Yeah.
Well said.
Just kind of go from there. That's, it's half the fun of being me,
Right.
I mean, we all three classes this week had over 100 people. So, and they were in theaters, which was kind of cool.
Good
for
you.
Yeah.
Man, you draw a crowd.
Yeah. Well, it's my deodorant. I changed. It's a little better. I'm not quite as offensive from long range. So theaters work.
You point the fans in the other direction.
Yeah.
Yeah. He makes airflow and ramp rates fun.
We're going to need an exhaust rate of over 5,000 CFM because something's going on in here.
Right. A lot of hot air.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I have once again not accomplished anything that I wanted to since our last episode because I was only supposed to be gone a couple of days each time and have basically been gone all week the last basically 3 weeks. Just get on a plane Sunday or get on a plane Monday and don't come home till Friday. So I apologize. I got some stuff to mail you. But we are, excitingly enough, doing our pipe giveaway contest. We have some fantastic prizes from MBSD Pipes. We have some fantastic prizes from
Pathfinder Pipes.
Austin was kind enough to put 2 pipes out there. And then I can't think of his name
Hoctor,
now.
the
Hoctor,
Love
Doctor. Yeah, got 2 tins of tobacco for us, and I'm
Yep.
giving away a little tobacco that I picked up at McCraney's because I bought a surplus of it, and it's so good I wanted to share it with somebody. So we'll get to that in a little bit. So Tim, you got to go to use a blast cabinet, and I want to show off those pipes because they're kind of spectacular. Show us what you made.
Well, first the backstory. I've got a blast rig here, but I don't have enough capacity, and so Premo, being the generous soul that he is, invited me down to his shop in Columbus to use his blast cabinet. He's got a big old Ingersoll Rand air compressor, and my problem is that I don't have a big enough tank on mine, and just the recovery time. You blow out the air, and then
you have to wait till
I got to
it
wait
refills.
for it. It just takes forever. And so anyway, went down and took a bunch of stumbles, I think 7 or 8 of them, and spent the afternoon with him, picked up some more briar, and just talked about pipe making, and
that's
so I have
exciting.
thank you.
That's
this
gorgeous.
Is some Eldridge material that I got from Anthony Hopkins. Stuff's just beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Very sharp. And for those who don't know, Anthony is Castle Briars, by the way.
Castle Briars, yeah.
A good friend of the show. We've had him on.
You can get these are not real deep blasts, but, kind of like the first go around for me with that kind of power. I didn't want to blow holes in this stuff. So I kind of took it easy. But it's got, there's some real nice possibilities with a good rig. So anyway, there's just a few of them that, and what I'm trying to do at this point is I'm trying to build my inventory of pipes so that I've got enough pipes to take to Muletown and to Chicago, because we leave for Florida the 1st of February. We'll be gone a couple of weeks. And so I'll be crushing trying to get back to try to get pipes made. Historically, I've made pipes and then sell them, make them, and I never build anything up. So I'm trying to get that showstring set up for both of those shows, and then I'll go back to offering pipes again for sale. I've kind of been gone from the market, but I want to get that done. Then that way I'm not up against it.
Yeah. But gorgeous work.
Because I'm taking, thank you. Well, I'm taking a lot more time with every pipe, and it just, it takes a while to get them done. And so that's the story. There you have it.
There's been this pipe that I've kind of seen in my mind's eye ever since we first put our hands on your pipes. And I think that you would be the right person to do it. And it's going from a blonde to a red and then ombreing like a sandblast. So in the front of it, you'd have it be just a straight grain. And then you'd sandblast to the back of it and have the back be that red over towards the shank. And I think that I think that you'd be the person that could do it. And especially seeing that first pipe that you'd shown us, I think that the coloring, everything oh my gosh, that would be like.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So you'd essentially fade the dye toward the back so you'd go just natural in the front.
Like a blonde natural in the front, and then you'd have it ombre into a red, and then have the red, a little bit and then deeper of a red, and then the deep sandblast towards the shank, and then you'd have it be just a smooth up at the front. Does that make sense? So it'd be, top of the bowl being smooth, and it kind of it transitioning into a sandblast. I think that you have.
Yeah, I have to give that a try.
And seeing your sandblasting ability, and I think that would be something that you'd be fantastic at. I really do. And just like
give it a try.
It's just sat in there in the back of my mind, and I think that was the perfect moment to introduce that to you. I'm so sorry about that. It's just,
no. Hey, you know what? I'm always looking for ideas.
Yeah, I think that
try
would be
something
cool.
different.
Yeah,
I,
smooth on the front, sandblasted to the back in a different color. That would be sharp. I
I
agree.
think it'd look fantastic, especially with one of those stems from. I just drew a blank on his name. My coffee's wearing off on me. It's 9 o'clock. I've been running around with the kids since 7. So,
That's all right.
yeah, one of
Craig
those.
Herzog, Aaron McKee.
Yeah, one of those stems on there. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. That would be just fantastic. So, yeah, I think that you are the perfect person to do something like that. I really do.
And
Sorry.
Maybe
and we'd have to call
maybe
the
we'll come up with a MBSD special or something like that. You know?
That'd
yeah,
be great,
call the
like
pipe
limited
this.
edition.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
limited
right.
edition Sarah pipe. So there you go.
There you go.
Confusing, forgetting where you put it. Which way did it go?
Right. I locked the keys in the car.
Hey, at least it wasn't the kids. That's all we care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They probably stay in there.
Where's Jimmy?
Oh, squirrel. No.
Yeah, excellent. So,
Yeah, right.
Sarah, I have to tell you, I talk to, I chat with Mitchell fairly regularly, and you guys tell us what you guys did around the house, because I know you did some remodeling, you did some extra stuff to put a shop on the house.
Yep. So we have the entire garage all remodeled. We've got our buffing wheel, everything out there that is necessary for us to start turning and burning and doing everything needed to be done. The entire left-hand side is all my shipping, my gift wrapping, my tissue paper storage.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Yep.
tissue paper.
So is that a warehouse? One entire warehouse for the tissue paper?
Yeah, fit into we got that all done, and then a lot of tiling. A lot of tiling. I cut a lot of tiles. That was a lot of fun. Said no one ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We remodeled the entire kitchen. There's another thing. All brand new cabinet. It's been a long, hard road. We completely redid the living room. Also, did all wood flooring. Pulled all the carpet off the stairs, and what I found like a really cute idea. We did all the stairs wood, just refinished. Went through. We painted the top of the stair black, but we did the kick white. And I'm still debating going back in and stenciling in almost like Turkish tiling in there. I don't know if I'm making any sense with that, but I think it looks beautiful. And then also I did these little inserts on the top of the stairs of like little carpeting. So, you don't want the baby running down and biffing it and knocking anything out, and, or even me. It'd probably be me. So, not that I need any more sense knocked into me. That happened enough in my teenage years. So.
Isn't it amazing how when you start a project, one thing bleeds into the next, it bleeds into the next, and before you know it, the house is like completely remodeled.
Yeah.
Top to bottom. Yeah.
I have this crazy idea for next year because the backyard actually drops down. I want to cut into the hill of it and put like an in-ground garden so that I can have it, all year round. And I think that'd be great, but Mitchell thinks I'm crazy for it. So,
are there other types of gardens you can have, like an out-of-ground garden?
Of course.
I mean, don't you?
I mean, that's like it's like the James Bond of the gardens. It's in the ground.
So it'd be like a terrace kind of thing, cut into the side of the hill.
Yeah,
or
like a hobbit hole. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like a greenhouse kind of thing.
Yeah. Using the ground to insulate instead, and kind of keep temperature control. And I think that'd be really cool.
Oh, neat.
But my brain goes in all sorts of weird places, and I just think that'd be a fun thing to do, and nobody else is doing it, so why not?
That'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, when you were on last time, Sarah, we got a ton of comments about what a great mom you are. So well done. How are the girls now? Everything okay? I mean, you do have a teenager and a non-teenager, so.
Oh, don't let that fool you. Both 5 and 15, they're the exact same. Their sizes just change. That's it. There's no difference between them. both Everly and Kira are like 5 and 15 going on 30, but we are incredibly blessed with how sweet they are. We are finally debating allowing Kira to have a dumb phone this Christmas, only because she is in so many sports, but it will be text and call only, and once she's home from school, it gets checked in. That's it. Like, everything monitored. I feel like that is most important, and it will be only for sports. I don't know if it's too concerned about, but
she's in touch.
yeah,
You're in touch with her.
well, one of the reasons why is that she had an hour delay with cross country earlier this year in them getting back. So it kind of sent us through a little bit of a panic. And of course, they're going through a spot where there's no service. The coach is trying to respond to everybody all at once. And that would just kind of cut out the fat for it. So that would allow her the ability to communicate with us when she's coming back from, somewhere that is out of state, Gulf Shores, But the other part about it too is that I think that she's becoming more and more responsible. She does not want a smartphone. She knows the dangers that can happen with the tracking, tracing, all of that. So she's perfectly fine with a stupid phone if we decide to do that. Now the baby wants a mini fridge for her room. She decided to tell us that the other day, and we said no. No mini fridge in your room. Yeah, she had them circled. She had one of those Amazon catalogs, and she goes, "Mommy, look, this one's pink. You can get me one in pink. I can put my juice in there, and we could go with blue for water." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you want color coordinating refrigerators for your room?" Okay.
You know what, Sarah? They're really good though. I have a mini fridge in my shop, and I keep juice in there too.
I bet, but I don't know. I
barley pop. I keep barley pop in there.
Yeah. Tim's got an incredible collection of sippy cups, which is really cool because.
Well, obviously, I need one because the
sippier I get, the tippier I get.
I have this amazing coffee cup that Mitchell got me for my birthday, and you can turn this thing upside down. It does not leak, does not go anywhere. It is the best coffee cup ever. And if you know me, you know I'm clumsy. So, it's awesome. It's saved us a lot of stained furniture. It has.
Does it have the little magnet with the little P in the bottom that swirls to mix?
I'll go grab it.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Hold that
Right.
Yeah, I got a Nita cup, and it's got a stirry thing in it.
Yeah,
so there's a magnet in the bottom.
Yeah.
It looks like a Good and Plenty,
Yeah.
It swirls on the bottom.
Yeah. I prevent coffee spills in the house by never drinking coffee. So.
Oh, you're no fun.
Oh.
So it is a Brewmate. This thing
Get out of town. It doesn't.
No.
It doesn't spill.
It does not spill. And ta-da! And it's still hot. And I made this I made at 6:30 a.m. and it's still holding its temperature.
Wow.
Really?
I'm kind of impressed by that.
I mean, that thing is awesome. There's also one with a straw that he got me that you can do the same. You spin it around. You can dump it upside down. Absolutely no water spill. None. Not a zip zilch. I love both of them. I swear by it. So, sippy cups.
Holding the temperature like that, man, I could scald the roof of my mouth any time of day.
Yeah.
It's usually what I do with coffee. That was too much.
I make ours in a Chemex every single morning, and it's like a beaker, like an oversized beaker, and you put the unbleached coffee filter in, a few scoops of coffee. I tend to do a lot of scoops because I really like tar coffee. I like it to put a little hair on your teeth. And I pour coffee over it at about 235 degrees, and it steeps it and it spins it down. It's great. It's not a percolator, but a Chemex, and it makes smooth coffee, and it takes the bite right out of it. No acidity, nothing.
Chemex. Chemex, huh?
Yep.
That'd be darn.
Yeah.
We used tried a French press for a while. You want to talk about a caffeine hit.
I love French presses. I've got one old school percolator too. Yeah, I love coffee
Hmm.
a lot.
All right. Well, I've told this story before. I had one cup of coffee and thought, this is absolutely the most disgusting thing I've ever drank in my life. It must just be bad coffee. And I had a second cup and realized, no, it's just the most disgusting thing you can drink. And have never had it since. I just can't. I don't even. I will not be in the room when my wife makes coffee in the morning. I
Really?
can't stand the smell of it. Yeah, no, it's awful.
Have you
It's
tried
just
white coffee?
Jim, white coffee.
white
Yeah,
coffee.
white coffee. Yep. You might not like the roasting of it. I would try white coffee at least once. It's almost like a sweet, nutty flavor, and you don't have the exact same burn, the hit, any of it from coffee. There's no acidity. It's just robust and nutty. It's kind of like drinking an overcaffeinated tea. It's really good. It is. I like a dessert tea. I would try white coffee if I were you one of these times. Just for the fun of it. To say that you hate
Just
that.
try it.
Yeah.
So what do you like? You just have a big old mug of milk in the morning? Mustache. Nestle's Quick.
Yeah, no, I have long been an iced tea drinker all year round. I drink iced tea. That's it. That's all I drink.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What kind of tea? Just plain?
I prefer research chemical tea. I like the Crystal Light sweet tea. Is my go-to. I don't even know what all the chemical. Yeah, I think I've got. I might have a thing of it here somewhere. It's just research chemicals, and it tastes like tea, and it doesn't have any calories, and I like it, and move on with my life. So
That's the kind of stuff where you dump the tablespoon of tea into the bottom of the glass, and the dust that comes off of it chokes you.
yeah, it's like a nuclear holocaust when you pour it into a glass, and it looks awful.
So
It
basically,
tastes
if
wonderful.
anything ever happens, you and the cockroaches will survive.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got enough tannic acid in me to last a lifetime. I'm almost bulletproof at this point. So,
Yeah.
In fact, you're Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. I hit an iceberg, and the next thing you know.
Oh, poor Jack.
Hey, and as long as we're talking about the Titanic, and this pisses me off. I got so mad at the movie. There's enough room on the door for both of you. But Rose, you selfish wench, you let Jack freeze to death and die because you were selfish.
But had we only known back then that he was going to be a global warming preacher, we'd have told him, let him die. Just let him die.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like the joke I heard the other day.
Hold him down, Rose.
Yeah, maybe Rose
she's out there.
Really wasn't the truth.
She's blowing on him.
Yeah, a joke I heard the other day. What will take 24 anywhere in the world, but won't take 25 anywhere? Leonardo DiCaprio. So.
Oh.
Wow.
Shots fired.
I don't know.
Yeah. Nicely done. Nicely done. You put the spin on that ball.
I heard some weird stuff about him. I, of course, like anybody, I listen to some of those gossips, and why not? I'm sitting here packing orders, meticulously wrapping everything. I have to entertain myself somehow. And I was listening to the other day that he actually has to have headphones in. And I was like, what? They're like, yeah, he's listening to himself act and has to have headphones. And I'm like, no. That guy is that.
Oh, you mean like he has got to get the lines fed to him through earbuds or something?
No. Like on a date, any sort of intimate setting, he has to listen to himself acting. Yeah.
That's creepy.
He's crazy. Yeah, he is a total and complete wackadoo. We may want to leave that part out. Yeah.
And he's like 51. And, it's just one of those rules in life. 51 should not go into 23. It shouldn't. That's just wrong.
He was in that thing, that movie about Howard Hughes. And, the part of the movie where Howard Hughes was in the dark room all by himself, and he had, 40 milk bottles full of his own urine. That was the point at which DiCaprio went, you know what, I think it's a pretty good idea.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna
he was
do
a
that.
genius. Well, of course I should have this in my house. When it comes to celebrities, will anything ever surprise you? Because it won't for me.
No.
It's just like,
No.
the famous new star was found with a room full of goats. Oh, shocker! Said no one ever.
Yeah,
It's
right,
like, whatever.
right.
Or
Yeah.
even like
So-
you didn't
Like
even
all
know
this-
that baby oil. Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, all this Diddy stuff. It's like, yeah, big shocker, right?
Yeah,
I
stunner.
don't even know why any of us are even fazed by this. I mean, at this point, it's just, okay, so when are you going to get rid of all of them?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's it's bread and circuses.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
the circus.
Oh, goodness. Yeah.
Anyway, so what else is going on at MBSD Pipes? I know that you guys had the big edition and put that on. And I got a box, and I'll talk about it later from you because Mitchell is like my favorite crack dealer ever. Hey, Jim, we've got all these, reclaim pipes that were, these estate pipes. Do you want to take a look? Yeah, I guess I better. And the next thing you know, I get a huge box from Sarah. Hey, hi, Jim. Hi, Sarah.
Oh my gosh, I tried to draw like a guy smoking a pipe on the box last time that I sent it to you. I had to completely like tear up that box and throw it away. It did not. Yeah, it was not something I should ever.
Didn't work out.
No,
Yeah,
it didn't. So we learned that Sarah's art skills are not as great as they were. That happened at MBSD Pipes. Other than that, not really much. We're trying to hunker down through this Christmas rush. We are fighting somebody who, he who shall not be named, who is trying to be a bad individual. Just shady individuals trying to take advantage of small family businesses. There's that one. And then we're hoping to get some more tobacco in. We just got in, I think, a 232 lot of pipes. They're primarily Briar, some Meerschaum. We got in a new S-Bang. We got in some of Tristan's pipes. Those just arrived today, too. So I always try to have some pipe. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And one great thing about
look
pipes,
at that. That's nice.
Yeah, even if you were to spin this upside down, it's all going to fit, of course, on his flush pipes. Not quite this one. Let me see if I can find one of those. I have no idea where Mitchell put it. The whole place has pipes everywhere. Right.
Yeah, I don't know what that's like.
Here we go. Here we are. This is one of his other sandblasted ones. He has one of the deepest sandblasts that I've seen. And they are fabulous. So you see right here how it's perfectly smooth. Even if you flip it, perfectly smooth.
Same.
It's just the attention to detail is phenomenal. We've got more of our Meerschaum that have arrived. So we have, Bent Billiard.
Yeah, with the briar stumbles on them. Those I have. How many do I have?
Yeah, those are nice. They have a regular tenon.
Yep, I've got 3 of those so far, and I absolutely love them. They're fantastic.
We have one gentleman, he just sent us pictures the other day of his pipe, and he's only had it for 2 weeks, and I think he knows what he's doing when he smokes and coloring the Meerschaum, and it's slowly starting to cascade up. It's almost doing like a ripple effect around where the snowflake pattern of the Meerschaum is coming through. Oh, it's just beautiful. It is so pretty. I got to get pictures up of it. But
nice.
Just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure that he's smoking a cherry tobacco because it's got some red to it. It really does. It's starting to get that wine color. And normally you see more of that golden, that brown. This has a wine. I really want to know what tobacco he's smoking in there because I've been trying to smoke a Meerschaum and color it myself. So slowly, it's coloring mirrors is almost like a work of art in itself. And I don't want it to end up like the picture I tried to draw of a guy smoking a pipe on a box. So I don't want to take that. Yeah.
Now, Sarah, are you? Will you guys be in Chicago at the Chicago show in May?
Yeah, we're going to be in Chicago in May. We're not going to have as big of a booth as we did 2 years ago or even last year, or rather this year. I think that we're going to follow the theory of keeping it simple to kiss, and just try and get around, mingle, and talk to people better. I think that it will probably be the best route for us. There's a lot of amazing people that I just didn't get to meet at the last show. And I really like to get around and shake people's hands and get to know them, and try and, get some artisans to advertise on our website too. Oh, that is pretty. Yeah.
Now, see, what's amazing is, this guy's had it for a week. I smoke this 3 bowls a day for an entire month, and this is the color variant I got. I just feel like I'm doing something seriously wrong.
I wonder if, like, any natural material, there's some that's more dense.
More dense than others? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. And maybe that has something to do with it.
It could be. I don't know. But I have the one that I got from you back like a month and a half ago, and I've had a handful of bowls through it, and it's just as pure white as when I got it. And I'm like, I think I'm doing something wrong. I need to like smoke hotter or something through it. I feel incompetent.
I'll talk to our guy, and I'll figure out what's going on and what tobacco he specifically uses and what his technique is, and then I'll pass along the information, or I could see if I could connect you guys, so that way,
okay,
everybody can kind of chit chat and work through that. Yeah.
Now, have you brought any other new products on? I know you brought some of the tobacco leaf. Why are we getting such an echo? Is that me, or is it somebody else?
I don't hear an echo.
All right. Well, then it's just me, and I'm high. So don't worry about it. I know that you bought some of the tobacco leaf leather trays on. And I just haven't been on your site because I've been on the road and haven't done much of anything. So what else is new on the site for MBSD Pipes?
We still have a lot of the stem cleaner. That has been a huge seller for us. We have 3 new artisans that we are carrying. I'm trying to remember. Let me do this real quick and see if I can pop that up. And let me get to it. I've got all my notes in here. Sorry, guys. There we go. I just don't have it up here right now. We have 3 new ones that we're supposed to be carrying.
Okay.
It's just not confirmed yet, so I really can't say anything.
Did I see you've got you're carrying J Mouton?
Yeah, we do have his. Now? That one has already launched. But we have 3 new artisans that are coming up that we have not launched yet. So maybe it's just not official, and that's why I don't have those right in front of me. But yes, this is J Mouton right here. This is one of those we currently have. It's very creative.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do like his style. And his rustications, he does the long ridging on it, and I like that as well. Very beautiful. Very beautiful. I like it.
Excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do have some exciting news, some things that'll be launching in January, just smoothing everything out for that transition for the artisans that we'll be carrying. So just make sure that you keep an eye on our Facebook and our Instagram. You should see some of the social media posts for what's going on there. But
excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Always trying to get more and more recognition to individuals that have not stepped in the spotlight yet. We're hoping to raise more awareness about other artisans that are out there and really get them the credit where credit is due.
Excellent. I approve.
It's amazing the sort of the evolution of your website, for example, over the last year. Things just really blossomed and become It's just a great presentation.
Thank
And I like how you're what you do with the banners with the artisan pipes and artisan pipe makers doing the rotating banners. That's really nice.
You know, we try to find as much representation of their brand that we possibly can, because each and every single pipe maker out there, even no matter who they've learned from, they have their own flair, their own flavor. And we want to make sure that everybody is well aware that each one is unique and they're special in their own way. They really are, even if it's my kind of special.
Yeah, no, you can take a particular shape and have a dozen different artisan makers make the same shape, but every pipe will be different.
Did you see Muttcat and how he is making those sleigh pipes? Have you been on his social media yet? No? So he has somebody had commissioned him to make Santa sleigh pipes. They are so cool. Take a peek at that if you get a moment. I mean, it's definitely well worth a look, and I can't believe how he did that. It's just phenomenal. He does some really cool work. I'm always impressed.
Oh, darn. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
Yeah, some of these guys that are able to actually do carving on the briar, whether it's faces or a sleigh or something like that. That's amazing to me.
Mm-hmm.
That stuff's hard to carve. So by hand, then you have to do it by hand.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to press a button for a machine to do it, and doing that by hand, and especially the primitive means that he does. He actually takes them in the middle of, you're sitting there in the jungle area and you're carving, you're making like a, wow, impressive. Better than my stick figures.
Yeah, you don't want me to draw anything. It's like an Etch-a-Sketch with only one of the wheels. I'm a terrible artist. So it's not where my creativity lies. So I sympathize with that completely. I was looking. I'm on your website now, and that's why I'm looking off to the side because I have on the other monitor. You've got some amazing of the MBSD Mershams. They're absolutely breathtaking. And they're such unique shape, things you don't see a lot of in the MERS, and it's kind of amazing, and they're very reasonable as far as MERS go. So
we have like several reverse calabashes out there right now too. I don't know if you saw that. They are just absolutely stunning. They may be going live tonight, and apologies to anybody that is dealing with a delay. The hubby is out picking up Kira. She was volunteering for a Santa event. She has been volunteering, since 4:00 until now, and they're doing cleanup, and she asked to stay a little bit longer. So our poor kiddo, she loves civic duty and volunteer work. So absolutely amazing young lady.
Now, as a girl dad, boyfriend.
No. There was a boy that asked her out the other day, and it wasn't daddy who she had to warn them about. It was mommy. So, yeah.
Well, moms are a little creepy about their sons sometimes too. They're hyperprotective. Nobody's good enough. Blah blah blah. Yeah, I live that, so I'm good with it.
So, have you ever seen Yellowstone? And you know Beth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All of my brothers individually have messaged me and said, "Oh, hey, Bug, they made a character after you." And there's 10 brothers, so I'm sure, Yeah, no. There's until she is of an age where she can make responsible choices and make the right choices. No, there's sorry.
No way. Yeah. How old is she?
15.
Oh, okay. She's got another year before she starts getting behind the wheel.
Yeah, that's
a lovely day.
She's going to be.
Yeah,
she's going to be driving.
Like Sarah's like, yeah. Thanks for reminding me of that.
Yeah, no, it's getting.
You're really helping here.
Yeah. No. I think that she will be very responsible. She's been saving up her money. She has all A's and B's. We told her as long as she carries and maintains a good GPA, we will help her with paying, a small portion of her vehicle, but she has to buy it primarily herself. She also has to maintain her own insurance, everything on it. So we're not gonna pave the way for her. There's no gravy lane, none of that. Sorry. When kids earn it, they tend to really appreciate it. And I'm not saying all kids, it's not one size fits all, but for the good majority, as long as they earn it, they appreciate it. They take care of it. They take ownership. So,
Well, you might as well learn.
yeah,
That's what you got to do.
exactly. But anywho, so that's where Mitchell is tonight. Yeah, no boyfriends, no fear of that. The baby did tell us when she was there is that some little boy was telling her that he was her boyfriend, and Everly went and got sister, and sister was sitting there saying, "Where? You show me. Who?" And all the girls that were volunteering had to go and sit down and talk to the little boy and say, not Everly. No.
We're going to,
Don't even think about it.
Let's find this kid and whip his ass.
No, not that.
Take him out back.
At least threaten him, do an Uncle Buck on him. Remember Uncle Buck?
I love Uncle
John
Buck.
Candy?
Absolutely love Uncle Buck. Oh my gosh, he was my favorite. And in fact, he's probably the reason why I started smoking cigars, if the truth be told. So
yeah, I take the Bill Engvall.
Her boyfriend's name was Bug.
Yeah,
because your name is Bug.
Oh boy. No, and I love how when he'd ride up in his car and
yeah.
Just shock suspension struts. What are those? Who needs those? Not me.
Way overrated. Yeah, way overrated.
Totally overrated. Dryer. We got an oven. Throw a turkey in there. We'll do it both at the same time. Yeah. I love Uncle Buck. And in fact, I think Uncle Buck was who I felt taught me how to manage a teenager. Yeah,
well, you threaten her boyfriend with a hatchet. That's what you do.
No, well, boyfriends won't come around, so I must be doing something right there or none.
Now, my daughter doesn't listen to the show, so I'm going to tell you a story. So I worked for a large home center when I was younger, when she was in high school, and she had a prom date, and it was a guy that worked for me, and I didn't like him at all. And my daughter and wife put the finishing touches on him, said, "You're going to have her home by 10:30. He goes, "Well, what do you mean?" I said, "She'll be home by 10:30. And he looked at me for a minute and he goes, "Well, I said, she'll be home by 10:30 or they're not going to find your body." She was home at 10:15 and crying. He just looked, "Yeah, I don't know what happened, sweetie. He said you threatened to kill him." Nah.
No,
I didn't kill him.
I wasn't going to kill him.
I wasn't going to kill him.
I was going to have him killed.
And then my wife's like, "Jim, why is there an old carpet and lime in the garage?" No reason. No reason whatsoever.
Just helping clean the neighbor's pig pens. That's all.
Yeah, just nothing special here. So, I just, they go through this phase in high school where it's like, oh, who can I date that will piss my parents off?
Yeah.
Fingers crossed that we have missed that and that we will continue to miss it. Let's get, hopefully it doesn't happen in adulthood. But no, brush my shoulders off. Mom has. I don't know if she's just scared. And if she is, I will take it. I will take that.
Whatever works. Well,
exactly.
We do have a contest. And we have a couple of entrants for our contest. And we wanted to thank you and Mitchell because when I was talking to Mitchell last week, he says, "Well, I don't know when your Savinelli is going to come in. So why don't you go ahead and give that one away rather than send it back?" So we have this beautiful Savinelli Unica. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous bulldog pipe. And these are a little bit bigger bowls on these. It's a fantastic pipe that we got from MBSD Pipes. Thank you very much. We also have a Vaughn, new old stock, an absolutely gorgeous pipe, fantastic look. new old stock. It is a wonderful pipe. We also have a Rossi poker, which I really, really like. And there's the Rossi poker. So those are the 3 pipes I have. And then Tim has 2 pipes from Austin.
Right, from Pathfinder Pipes. Bent billiard here, sandblasted. It's got a, it looks like black and gray sort of swirl vulcanite stem, and then another bent billiard. It's more of an egg, I think. And,
I think that's an egg. Yeah, we'll call it.
Partially blasted. The shank is, see how it's
smooth.
cut in like that?
Oh, very nice.
Smooth.
Yeah.
And all black stem. I've got 2 tins of John Cotton's traditional English pipe tobacco mixture, 2 ounces of Smyrna, and a like amount of their number 1.
Oh,
and
very nice.
Number 1 is a light Virginia forward blend seasoned with fragrant orientals and just enough Latakia to send you to heaven.
There you go. And also included in the price package is 4 ounces of Bird Hunt from McCraney's in Charlotte, North Carolina. And this is a well-balanced blend of Latakia and Virginia tobacco that creates a smoky, sweet taste, perfect for English smokers. So those are the prizes. Tim, do you want to read your entry, and then I'll read mine?
Let's do it. All right. So I've got this entry from Morgan Caldwell. Now I'm going to read it. It's a little long, but hey, credit where credit's due, right? It says, I want to nominate my husband. His name is Tim, and it's at Tim JJR2010 on Instagram for the contest. He's a proud Navy veteran. Even though we hadn't met yet during his time in service, I see the principles of a military man. First off, his selfless service. He is a never say no and help everyone out no matter what. Second is his commitment. I see this as a wife because even during an injury, he had a recent accident with a knife, he was committed to helping me with the roses every day, every chance he gets. Yeah. He says, hang on. Oh, not roses, horses. Sorry.
Quite the difference.
Slight difference.
Help me with the horse. Well, it was blocked. It looked like it said roses. Anyway, and lastly, his dedication. He's been dedicated to providing the best future he can for the 2 of them and their fur babies. He has recently taken a new job to give us the best future in life he can. Besides all that, he has found great comfort by smoking a pipe or even just chatting with others in a pipe community. He has been a steady volunteer with our church youth program, where he he volunteers with their church youth program. He helps instill a solid foundation for the next generation. It brings me great joy to hear him talk about his accomplishments, either at work, church, or personally, even if I don't understand them. I am a very blessed wife to have this man as a husband. Thank you very much for letting me enter him in your contest.
Excellent.
Very nice. Very nice write-up. Yeah.
Yeah, and surprisingly enough, Tim, I have the exact same entry from Morgan.
Just one moment, guys. I can still hear you, and I'm just off screen grabbing my charger. Okay, I'm on 5%. Just a moment.
Sure,
right,
sure.
No worries.
Well, how are we going to make this choice?
It's going to be difficult. We're going to, you know what? Merry Christmas, Tim, and kiss and hug your wife because you're getting 5 new pipes, a bunch of tobacco. Congratulations, Tim.
Yeah. Yeah,
so
man, that's great.
That's an outstanding winner right there.
Yeah, Morgan, thank you.
Yeah, Morgan.
Good job on the write-up, Morgan. Yeah,
well done. When you started reading it, I was like, oh, I've got that exact same one. Yeah, I'm familiar with that. So Morgan will
Okay.
reach out to you. We'll get your address from you. We'll send it off to Tim and hopefully get it out. I am traveling again this week, but I'll be home Thursday. So your stuff will go out on Thursday, and
Yep.
we'll send it out to you. Congratulations. Thank you very much, Morgan. That's very
Yeah.
honorable. You know, we appreciate Tim's service, and we appreciate how much he helps, and a good man that he is, and a good man should be rewarded every now and then.
Yeah.
And now
Sounds like
Sarah's,
he's a guy who deserves it.
yeah, and Sarah's disappeared.
She's had enough of us.
Yeah, well,
I don't blame her.
I
don't blame her.
There's only so much of us we can take. I mean, you know.
That's right. That's right. Jeez.
So,
hey, so this guy and his wife, they've been married for, I don't know, 50 years. They hate each other, just hate each other.
mm-hmm.
And one day she dies, and she just, dead, appears instantly at the pearly gates. And she's standing before St. Peter, and she says, so what do we do? He goes, well, he says, you haven't lived a very exemplary life, but I'm feeling kind of generous today. I'll give you a little test. If you can pass the test, I'll let you in. And she says, all right, well, what's the test? He goes, spell love. She says, Love. He goes, very good. It's your lucky day. You can go in. So the husband, he's grumpy old guy. A couple days later, he dies. And in the meantime, St. Peter passes the wife in heaven and says, hey, do me a favor. Since I went easy on you, I've got a meeting with God. Would you stand at the pearly gates and just, I won't be too long. Just stand there and, greet people when they come up. Okay. So she's standing there, and her husband dies. Boom. He's standing in front of her at the pearly gates. And he says, what are you doing here? She says, well, I didn't live a very exemplary life, but St. Peter gave me a test and I was able to go in. She says, your life wasn't very good either. She says, but I'll give you a test too. And if you can pass it, you can come in. He goes, okay, what's that? She goes, you got to spell a word. She goes, what's that? He goes, Czechoslovakia.
I have a husband joke too. So, a husband is walking on the beach. His wife had recently passed away, and God comes down and says, "Well, I'm here to grant you one wish. You've led an exemplary life, and I know that you're hurting over the loss of your wife." And he goes, "You can have anything you want." And the guy says, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but I'm afraid of flying. So if you could build a bridge from California to Hawaii so that I could drive to Hawaii, that would. And God goes, I'm God. Nothing is impossible with me. However, the engineering for this, it would be impossible. There's just too much. It's too big of an ocean. It's too deep. I just don't think we can pull it off with the equipment that you have. God goes, just take another wish. He goes, one of the things that I struggled with my whole life was communicating with my wife, and I want to be able to communicate effectively with my daughters now that my wife is gone. I want to be able to think and feel all the things that a woman does so that I can communicate more effectively. God looks down at him and goes, so you want 2 lanes or 4 lanes on the bridge? There we go.
That's good.
There you go.
How do you want that bridge?
Yeah. So there you go. Two dead wife jokes. So there we go. So what's new in your world, Tim? Before we get to, do you have anything new to show off? I know you show off some new pipes, which are absolutely fantastic. Those freehands with the blast are magnificent. Did you add anything to your collection in the last couple of weeks?
No, I haven't. I just been working, trying to get making Christmas gifts for people and making pipes and doing some commission work. Just finished a pipe for Andy Corson.
Mm-hmm. And down in Valdosta, Georgia.
Yeah, Andy,
Yeah.
just Andy. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
Andy, just Andy. Now, are you going to actually mail to the right address this time?
I don't know, maybe. You know what? It's like they say women make great archaeologists because they're great at digging up the past.
Yeah. Yeah. Not unlike elephants, they never forget. You know,
Right?
you can tell her you love her every day, but tell her, and it doesn't, I love you every day, hundreds of times a day. It doesn't matter. Tell her you don't like her haircut one time. You are going to remember that for the rest of your life. All right.
That's right.
Well, Sarah just messaged me and tragically,
I think she's messaging me too. Her phone died.
yep. Y'all want me back? Yeah, come on back, Sarah. So hopefully we'll get Sarah back on here in a minute because I actually got a box of these estate pipes from Mitchell and Sarah because Mitchell is like the best crack dealer in the world for me. Oh, her link's expired.
Oh. Well.
So I'm going to text her and say, well, you did great. Thank you. And we'll
Merry Christmas.
chat again soon. So there you go. All right. So congratulations, Tim Jones. Tim.
Yeah. I don't know.
JJR.
I don't know what it is. Tim JJR.
Yeah. 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I did get, I got a collection of estate of pipes and I've only got a couple of them cleaned up. So I'll show up. And this is a Hardcastle. And one of the things that we talk about, pipe smoking doesn't have to be expensive. I got 15 pipes from Mitchell from their estate collection, and they were all very reasonable. Obviously I have to put some work into them, but it's a very nice Hardcastle. It's a good pipe. It's not a premium because you can see that it's got some fills in it, but it smokes great and it's a fantastic pipe. And again, you don't have to spend a fortune just starting out. Get some estate pipes, clean them up, be happy. Figure out what you like, figure out what you don't like, and then build your collection from there. I did get a Ronson, which I just saw and thought, okay, this is unique. It's cool. It's one of those screw-off bowl types.
Yeah, right.
Similar to a Falcon.
Does it have like a little catch basin in the bottom?
It does. Yep, it does.
Yeah.
It's got in fact, I'll unscrew the bowl off of it. So it's got 4 holes in the bottom. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that there are 4 holes. And then there's this little donut ring, that helps act like a filter. And it has a little bowl in here. So it's a very dry smoke. And it's just, it's cool, and you can get replacement bowls, and the Falcon pipe bowls do fit onto it. At least this one they do, because I do have a Falcon back there and check the bowl on it. And yeah, it works. So kind of something cool and new. And of course I don't care what anybody says. I like Dr. Grayboe pipes. I'm not ashamed to smoke them. I like Grayboes. That was my grandfather's, one of the 2 brands that he used. He used Medico pipes and Grayboe pipes, and that's all he ever smoked. And like I said, it doesn't have to be expensive to be a pipe smoker. And
right.
It's the coolest thing out of the group I got is someone started a Myrrh block. Look
at that. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
The hole is drilled and it's ready, and it just needs to be carved. So at some point when I get off the road, I'm going to see if I can't sand us into a unique shape and do something cool with it. And
do you have to soak that? You got to soak it to get it to be soft so you can carve it?
No, it's pretty soft as it is. I mean, I'm looking at this bowl and it is reasonably soft. Some of the what I'm afraid of is that whoever started carving it looked like they were using a machete. I'm not really quite sure what their thought process was. You're just like, okay. You're attacking it like it's a coconut. What are you doing here, champ?
He didn't use that. He had a knife, but he has muscular dystrophy.
whatever, some type of incredible seizures going on while he was trying to carve it. But I'm going to see what I can whip that into and see where it goes. And I just have some others, and I wanted to get some of these because my son-in-law, for his birthday, which was the 1st of December, I got him a pipe. I gifted him a pipe and a Zippo with the pipe lighter insert and a pipe tool and a leather pouch to hold it in, and some tobacco and just all the basics you need to start a pipe. And I wanted to give him a couple extra ones just to see what he likes and what he doesn't like. And he is nicotine averse, so smaller bowls are better for him, and things with as I make blends, try to steer him towards the lower nicotine content. Keep him away from burley, keep him away from perique, and just kind of go from there. So
yeah,
that's fun.
I have a pipe that I got from Tanner, Butterbone, Briars. And the pipe is real. I love the way it looks, but it's just too shallow for me. And I'll buy another one from him when I see him next. But maybe what I'll do is I'll gift that one to your son, because it's real. I'll bet you that that bowl's not 3/4 of an inch deep. Yeah. And it's just not deep enough for me. I love the way it looks and I love the way it feels and everything, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, it just doesn't have enough oomph. Yeah.
Right. And so it sits, and it might as well be smoked and enjoyed. So I think I'm going to box that up, and I'll send it to you, and you can give it to him.
All right. Fair enough. That'll be excellent. Thanks.
Put it in his collection. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I said, I've been traveling. I'm really excited because Monday I fly to Jackson, Mississippi, and I will be at the Country Squire, and I'll be picking up some tobacco from them. I have 4 blends in my collection, and they're all very highly rated. I absolutely love them. If you like English blends, I cannot recommend Cornishman enough. It's fantastic. I also have Shepherd's Pie and Baker Street, and those are both, all 3 of them are excellent Englishes. And then they have a blend called Lafleur's Bluff, which is no longer available. It was a limited edition blend, and I have a pound of it, which is a vapor, which I absolutely love. And, I'm going to sit down and talk to Quinn and hopefully get to talk to JD a little bit, and just see where they're at and see if the Sutliff thing affects them in any way, and have some more information on that. C&D put out a notice that they get toasted burley from Sutliff, and it may affect a couple of their blends. I don't know which ones they use toasted burley in, but they sent out a notice to some folks and said, hey, just beware. And we talked about Mac Barron's and Sutliff on the last episode, and I hope that nothing changes. I really do, but I think it's inevitable that there will be some change.
There's going to be some casualties for sure.
Yeah.
Anytime you make a change like that.
Yeah. So we do have.
I had.
Go ahead.
You mentioned Shepherd's Pie. I had a tobacco that Thomas Burgoyne sent me. And it was marked on the jar lid Shepherd's Pie. I've had it all. It was good. It's gone. And I'm just wondering if that's where that came from.
Yeah, that is. Yep.
Okay. All right. That was delicious.
Oh yeah, it's good. Yeah. Like I said, all 3 of those. And I'm, obviously I'm just a small, the one-man show, and I try to support. That's why I went to McCraney's. That's why whenever I'm any place. When I was in Little Rock, I went to the Pipe and Tobacco Shop. When I'm in Jackson, I'm going to stop by Country Squire. As I travel around, I try to hit the small independents. I am going to be in San Diego at the end of January, so I'm hoping I get a chance to sit down with Bud and maybe one of them, if I get a little time, to have a pipe or stop into Liberty Pipe Shop and support them for being good folks. We do have some great comments from episode 49. That I'll read off to you. Hollow Tree
this
Piper.
is episode 50.
This is episode 50. Yeah, we're moving up in the world.
Wow.
Hollow Tree Piper. Ha ha ha. I live about an hour from Boston. Yes, the traffic is god awful. Yeah, it was bad. We do have Yusuf Syed, 1583. Yusuf, thank you so much. You're just one of the nicest people in the pipe community. We can't say thank you enough for following us and watching and all the great things that you do. And I know I enjoy your channel, so well done. Good morning, gents. Listening while I start my journey. Thanks for another top shelf video. Have a wonderful Monday and greetings from South Africa. Thank you very much. Blake's Pipes, our buddy Blake. We really need to get Blake on. He's in Virginia. He's in the same time zone. We need to get him on. Yeah. Good old YouTube did not get a notification of the 48, but 49 was listened to. But 48 is going to be going to sleep. He likes to listen to him until he falls asleep, like old times. Glad to see both of you. Glad all sounds well. All right, thank you. The Simple Georgian, Willie Lee. Willie Lee, thank you so much for being a fan of the show. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Love the show as always. I really appreciate the kind words. Thanks for what you're doing for the veterans. Tim has done some beautiful pipes the past few days. Totally understand the flight challenges. I've done America, Delta, and Frontier. Fortunately, no issues yet. Safe travels. Hope to see you back to blending soon, although I understand work has to be done in order to get the supplies for blending. Thanks to Austin and MBSD Pipes for their donations and support. So there you go. Thank you, Willie Lee. Riley, our buddy Riley, he goes, it's funny that you commented how I've never been stopped because on my trip back home Friday, I was stopped for tin tobacco. They did a swab test on the can. Guess I'll knock on some wood now. Yeah, it's terrible. I have to check it, or I get to stand with security guys, and let's face it,
they wanted to open these.
Yeah,
in the airport on the way back from Vegas. I'm like, no, don't open those.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. That's not nice.
I was going to go down with the ship over that.
Yeah. Hey, it's Mike from Bishop Pipes. So, Mike, how are you? I feel terrible. I made you that blend that was so terrible. I just feel embarrassed that I even made it. It's Mike from Bishop Pipes. 100% agree on Charlotte Airport. I think they're making it bigger, but I fly to Charlotte for work and flights are always delayed. Also had a carousel issue once, 45 minutes at the carousel, and they made an announcement that bags were delayed because it was raining out. LOL. Truly unbelievable. Yeah. Charlotte's an awful airport. Fred, Karen Isney, Isency. This is Fred, another great video. Great to see you back. Great banner. You guys are the best. Well, thank you, Fred. We appreciate that.
Yeah, nice.
Stuffy AK-79. 4 Roses small batch is really good stuff. The single barrel is also delicious, too, and is cheaper. I'm a huge fan of 4 Roses.
Yeah, across the board, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then two hands and a radio. Let's change the title and spell it correctly. And he spells out Mac Barron for us. So we'll give Tim... Ben, our producer, a little bit of crap for that. And by the way, we are up to 480 subscribers now. So
that's craziness,
isn't it? That people sit around and listen to us. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, no, I can't. There'd be that many really people of poor character in the world
that would listen to us. And we really
would listen to us.
Yeah, I think...
A lot of lonely people out there.
Yeah, I think episode 51, you and I just need to drink the entire episode. Well, I'll bring the bottle of 4 Roses out.
You're on.
We'll drink, and we'll see how we'll
come drunk.
Yeah, we'll start drunk and then keep drinking to see where that leads us to, because I think we're a lot funnier when we're hammered. So,
you know what? And maybe we should have Rich Epley on for that one.
Oh, yeah, because he's forever ruined Brown Eyed Girl. Because he thinks it's about yeah. We need to have or maybe we get Reed on, because that was the episode where you were absolutely you guys had been to the bar, deep into the bar, and then we just stopped. That was hilarious. So all these people are walking by. Hey, how you doing? That's it. I'm done. Click. All right, there we go.
Yeah, any of those guys would be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So So we either get Reed Robertson or we get Rich Epley on, and we do the show, and we'll drink extensively during the entire episode because
we'll show people how it's done.
Yeah, exactly.
And what we'll do is we'll invite our listeners to all 400. How many? 400.
480.
480 subscribers. We'll ask them to have a drop of the pure with us.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that'll. One of these days we're going to have to do a live. Just you and I get on it.
Wonder how many you have to do a live.
Oh, you know what? Let me go to YouTube right now and go to the channel.
Go to consult the Magic 8 Ball.
Yeah, let's see. View my channel. Southern Forge. Let's see. Oh, no, I'm on the wrong one. This is Emerson Southern Forged. Yeah, no. I have to get out of this and go to the other one. So maybe we can.
I read somewhere where you should have 1,000 subscribers or something to do a live.
Nah, hell with that. Let's see if we just can't do a live. You know, maybe we can get ourselves back to 400 where we belong. Lose 80 subscribers all in one shot. Yeah. So anyway, anything else new and exciting? Anything going on? I don't have any Ask Us Anything questions. We'll have to ask for some of those.
It says 2,100 subscribers in YouTube to do a
live. Yep.
Yeah, and then this other one says, I guess it's sort of like asking the government, you know. This other one says you need to have 1,000 subscribers. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway. I was going to go out tonight with a shotgun and see if I could bag me a drone.
Yeah, there you go. Are they in your neighborhood now? Are the drones there?
No, I haven't seen any.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you know, it's not like Fowler, Ohio is a high priority target, I'm thinking. And I'm just throwing that out there, too.
No, just saying.
Yeah, just saying.
No, there is actually an air base here.
Oh, is there really?
Yeah. They have, it's a cargo transport C-130s.
Oh, okay. All right.
But still, it's, you know, it's not a hotbed of military activity.
Well, you know, because Jacksonville, we have, I believe we have a naval station and an Air Force base around us. So,
well, these people, they're like, there's a drone. Well, get something and shoot it down. See what it is. What are you so worried about? Just blast the fucker out of the sky.
Well, you know, it's New Jersey. They're not allowed to have guns there. So,
true.
You know, just weak. Never give up your rights, kids.
You know, every time you see, like, I don't know, Pakistan or whatever, these guys with AKs and always shooting them in the air. Goofy bastards. There's like, keep the drones away from there. Don't take them over there.
Yeah, they do that at weddings. No telling what you do.
That's a no-go. That's a no-go.
Yeah,
right?
No fly zone there. So, perfect. All right. Well, Tim, let's wrap up today's episode. Thank you all so much. We will be back maybe next weekend. We'll do episode 51.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You know, we'll see. Yeah. I'll be home. Tim might be home. Oh,
yeah, you're done, right? You're done on the road now?
Yeah, I come home
January
Wednesday
1?
night. Yeah. In fact, I don't have to go anywhere until January 7th. So I will be home.
Oh, good. Okay.
But then January through February, I'm back on the road all the time. So
we can record during the day and day drink.
Oh, wouldn't that be cool? Show up hammered for dinner.
Better.
Yeah, exactly. Do a Saturday day drinking episode. Come home from mass.
Right.
You know, we've had the sacraments, and now I'm going to purify my system using something from Kentucky. Oh, by the way, what did you think of Horse Soldier? You bought a bottle?
I didn't have it yet.
No?
Yeah, I didn't have it yet. I took for Thanksgiving. I took the fixins for old fashions to my sons, but I took Four Roses with me
Okay.
because I thought that might be that's pretty hot stuff. I can't remember what the proof was. I think it was 60, something like that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
on the wrong
it's high
side of the number
test.
for me. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's high test. But we had this one. It was called Smoke Wagon, and it
yeah.
was like
The
a
one from Las
116.
Vegas or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was real smooth.
No.
And so I'm thinking maybe that's this one will be like that because it comes highly recommended and I mean it was expensive enough. So
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Yeah.
yeah,
Crack the bottle open. I know that I will be. There's a couple of bourbons that I want to get, and I'm whenever I decide what I'm going to get, I'm going to run over and grab a bottle, and that's what I'll drink during the episode because
yeah. What are you
I,
thinking?
I don't know. I like I said, I got Eagle Rare, and I was.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. I was just disappointed.
Yeah.
Everybody raved about it. It's hard to get. It's so great, and it was just meh. But I got the Four Roses small batch, and I thought that was killer. I just thought that was a fantastic bourbon. I've looked at a couple of them, and their name eludes me. As I was flipping through, I like to look at Total Wine. It's just an easier website for me to fumble through and get to it. And there were a couple that I were looking at, and gosh, maybe I still have them in my cart. I don't know. Hold on, Tim. I'll tell you here in a second. Total Wine. Okay, bourbon. Walcott, straight Kentucky bourbon. Sounded interesting to me. That was the last one I looked at. Because oh, no, that's not what I meant to do. What did I put in the cart? Let's see. I put Walcott in. Okay, so let's go back one. We're going to go back to bourbon. And I can't help it. I'm a bourbon guy. I'm not sorry in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, 10% off. Yeah. Walcott. I did like the Basil Hayden red wine. I might get,
that's a good one too. Yeah, I like that one.
Another one that kind of jumped out at me was Bibb and Tucker. I don't know why.
I've had that, and I wasn't impressed with it.
No?
Bibb and Tucker, yeah. And the same thing with Blade and Bow. I've had that, and I wasn't real impressed with that one either.
I have a little Blade and Bow. It's a Colorado. It's made in Colorado. It's okay. I really liked Law's 4-grain bourbon. I thought that was excellent.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. My sister brought me back a bottle from Tennessee. She was down there, and it was called Lapeer Fork. And I've never been able to find it anywhere. We had it, and it was really good. Real good. So when I go down to Muletown, I'm going to connect with Rich Epley and Andrea, his wife, and he's going to show us around down there. And because they live in Bardstown, and I'm going to ask him about that Lapeer Fork, where that's, if I can find that.
Yeah. The other one I was looking at was Old Forester 1910. As I was flipping through, it's on the right, it's a 46%er. So, whiskey, a second barreling for smooth wheat flavor, green crust. So I kind of like that. So one of those three will probably be what I pick to drink on air, or I may go back to Four Roses small batch because I love it. And my son-in-law, whom I love dearly, found this peanut butter whiskey.
Oh yeah, did you like it?
No. Now he the first time they came over for dinner, he said, you can get peanut butter, or you can get salted caramel whiskey, and the salted caramel was okay, but I like.
Yeah,
It's
as long
not
as
that
it's
I'm.
not too sweet.
Yeah, I like. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to that. I like bourbon to be, bourbon. Put it in a
Yeah,
different
yeah,
barrel, put it in a different cask, age it a different way. Well,
yeah.
take it from there. So,
My son got a drink with a peanut butter whiskey in it one time. Oh,
yeah,
I took one. He said, "Try this." I took a sip of it. I was like, "That's awful." Like,
I'm,
it's one of those things where it's like, if I have one more sip of that, I'm going to throw up.
yeah,
Can't drink a whole drink of it.
no,
Ugh.
no. So, I may get a bottle of Green Spot Irish whiskey.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I like that. Might get another. I still have a bottle of Redbreast. I never can tell. I'll pick something and we'll drink it, and by the end of the episode, I may start liking it, and by the end of the episode, I might be, on the floor. So,
You might be riding the couch that night. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
No joy in Mudville.
No. Oh, look, the Exorsofa is calling, Jim. You better ride it around.
Yep.
Excellent.
You wake up the next day with the clanks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I want to wake up praying to God and thanking Him for making the toilet cool on the side as I lay here.
Put my face on it. My hot brow.
And I'm one of those people that think that periodically you need to sterilize your bloodstream, just get all the bad stuff out, just get enough
All the
bourbon.
poisons.
Yeah, get all the poisons out, and the only way to get them out is with bourbon. Just some type of whiskey.
Burn it. Burn it up.
That's right. That's right. I can't feel my legs. Then you've had just about enough. Yeah.
Right.
Counselor,
We did that. We had my brother has this place in, I told you about this place where we went up there to Lake Erie, went to Sandusky, and went to 2 breweries, and I thought I got roofied. And I was up there another time. We're sitting out at the water's edge, campfire, and this neighbor comes over with a bottle. I don't remember what it was, but we finished that. And when I got up to go to bed, my legs wouldn't work. They're like, they wouldn't work. They wouldn't hold me up.
Yeah,
I've never had them. And I was thinking, this is quite a predicament.
Yeah, I don't know what this bottle says. Ever something. Everett.
I've never had that happen, but it's like my legs were made of butter.
Yeah. Brutal. All right. Well, have a wonderful evening, Mr. Beaumont.
You too, pal.
And we'll be back for episode 51, and we'll be drinking
next time. Yeah.
There we go.
All right. Sounds good. All right, pal. See ya.
See ya.